It's live. Okay, this is the first time I'm doing this using OBS, so I am not sure what you guys are seeing. But if you are here, welcome. We are going to be talking about and breaking down what really happened in this game in this season opener. But before I start, I just want to know that this is actually working, and I don't want to waste your time, my time, anyone's time. So I'm just going to quickly check if this is working. I will do that by clicking on this and seeing. Yeah, okay, so it is working. It's showing me what I need to see. So that's perfect. Yeah, let me transition to this. Okay, so welcome everybody. This is the first time I'm using the software. It's called OBS. So I'm trying to build a stream. I'm trying to sort of see what I can do with this. It is nice so far, or whatever I've been trying and playing around with it. So let's get straight into the review. It was the first start of the season for Chelsea, and yeah, it's been like a really sluggish start. Like you can see in the title, I said that I thought that after we played, especially after we played against PSG, I thought that we will come out like all guns blazing because of the fact that we already did, I think, 2 preseason games. But the fact that Levi Colwell got injured didn't really help the cause, and I think that is something that we will talk about. So let's just straight away look at the 0-0 stalemate. Like, it was so much of frustration watching our players sort of come so close so many times, but just being inefficient. So despite we having 70+%, I think let's open this. Let's open this right here. So FootMob is this link or the software that I'm using right now to have these breakdowns, or to have more details about the game. And you can see here we had 70% or little more than 70% possession. We had an expected goal of 1.81, yet, and that was about 3 shots on target out of 19 total shots that we had. So we were super inefficient across the front line. We did get a bit lucky with the VAR decision. Now, to be honest with you, I thought that the Eze goal was a goal. There was no doubt about it. But it's the first time. I've been watching football for a long, long time. They spoke about new rules, but they never mentioned this ever in the preseason or even in the start of the season. Then I saw them saying that it was not a foul, but it was because the last player was within 1 meter of the wall. I've never seen that rule. And then in the Chelsea game, because I was watching, yeah, I think even in the United and Arsenal game after that, they did it. They sort of drew a line with, with the spray that they have. They drew a line on the side of the wall. That's never happened. I think it's something that they just are going to introduce, and hopefully they carry it through this entire season. But as a Chelsea fan, I'm happy that that goal got disallowed, because I didn't think the foul was a foul in the first place, and it would have been really hard on Acheampong's, his for his entire game, in fact, because I think that it would have affected the start of his season, the start of his confidence and all of that. So I think that that clean sheet, that mistake that he made, is what led to that. I think that sort of helped us. Yeah. If you talk about the attacks and the young guys, I just spoke about Acheampong, filling in for Levi Colwell, and he showed for me a lot of maturity. He stayed calm. That was the only mistake during this entire game that he did. And I think there was one more pass. Again, it was another hospital pass, but he had to cover, and I think James finally went back and covered. So other than that, he had for me overall a good game. His chances didn't get punished, let's say, or his mistakes didn't get punished, let's say. Estevão for me was like I was genuinely happy to see this guy. There is an like aura around him. You can feel that this guy is going to bring some, like a different level to this Chelsea team. Even though he's like seven, no, he's not seven. He's 19, I think now. He's 19 years old, and he's just he's come into a new league. He barely speaks the language. This guy really, like, he's really confident, and he has this way about him, the way he's moving. I genuinely like it. I think there was a moment where he sort of like, as soon as he entered the pitch, he like went past his defender. Then he took on three people, and he still managed to make the pass, and then they fouled him. So I'm very excited to see Estevao, and I think that there's going to be a time where Maresca has no other choice but to play him. So you'll have to play Neto, because I'll speak about Neto as well. You'll have to play Neto on the other side, or you'll have to rotate and play Neto, I don't know, in the Champions League. But yeah, he's going to, like, this is going to be a good headache that Maresca is going to have. But let's talk about the big guys, the big names, the big guns in Chelsea as of now. Cole Palmer, Enzo Fernandez, and even João Pedro, that I thought were like, like we're going to impact this game. Like, I had all of these hopes, thinking that they're going to like blow us away with this, tiki taka and like that samba style of football. But it didn't happen. Like, there was like, it feels like these guys were disconnected, or they're like tired. They seemed leggy. Enzo Fernandez went missing most parts of the game, which is not normal for him. But it's kind of disappointing, especially that he's vice captain now. Like, in these kind of games is when you need to stand up and like lift the team, show the energy. João Pedro, for me, I think that like he didn't get the amount of chances, or he was not on the ball as much. And I say the same thing for Palmer. I think only during, I think after the 85th minute till about like stoppage time is when suddenly Palmer started to take the ball more and like do something with it. I think he was playing more on the wing at that point of time. And yeah, so for me, these things, like this kind of realization or intensity, needs to come earlier in the game, especially in a tough game like this. We could have nicked it. Like, we could have definitely nicked it at the end. If I look at, let me just show you this stat. Like, if I show you the stats, if you can see here, it says Santos at the 94th minute, he took that shot and he skied it. And my personal opinion on that was Santos should have like passed it to Palmer, because you see Palmer falling on the ground, and he's just like, you could have given it to me. So I think that we lost our head a little bit. We lost our concentration. And I'm not making any excuses for these guys. I think they're like professionals. They come prepared for all of these kind of situations. There was a moment when Estevão got a similar chance. He could have passed it to, or he could have left it for Neto, and he tried to take it on. And I think that, these are the moments where you see the youth instead of the experience come through. And these guys are, they're hot-blooded, and they just want to, or hot-headed, and they just want to, they see their names in lights, and they're trying to like make that moment. I think you need to be calm a little bit under this kind of pressure. But it's a learning curve. I'm glad that it's a 0-0. So why did we have to struggle? I think Palace, their structure was really good, especially off the ball. They played very composed. They managed to always stay in shape. They never let us play in the middle, and we kept trying to do that, and which was like, again, frustrating, because the only person free in the middle was Caicedo, and they knew that. They let him be free, and he was not making the passes that you would expect of a creative midfielder, because he doesn't have that aspect to his game yet. So that was a bit frustrating to see. There was one moment where he ran all the way through because he had the space, but he didn't really convert. For me, I think that going forward, especially when we play teams like this, who they come with this mindset of knowing that there's no chance that they're going to have the ball against us, so they give us the ball and play in this like shape. That's when I expect players like Bino Gittins, the players like Estevão, Palmer, even Neto for that matter, to be inventive, to be creative, to sort of like do something out of the box, to break those lines and to make those, those defense piercing passes. And yeah, from the back today we missed Caldwell for that. I think James should have like taken that mantle and sort of tried to do that, pinging the balls in, because I always said that I wanted James and Delap to play together, because James has the ability to make the cross and Delap can come in through. But that did not happen. Again, it's because of how Palace set up and they constantly put pressure. So in terms of, I don't know, like things that we want to like see going forward, I think that this match was a good kick up the backside. I prefer to have won this game, but unfortunately we didn't. But I'm glad that we didn't lose it as well. It's still a clean sheet, which is also important, and I believe that we can go like forward with this. So Chelsea must translate the like possession into precision, basically. So we need sharper movement, better final third execution, and more impact from preseason momentum. Like we need that, because the preseason was good, and I'm not even saying preseason. I'm saying before that, like before the end of last season, which for us was the Club World Cup. Except for the one game that we lost, all our performances were always good. We seemed sharp. We knew what we were doing, and we played in like extreme heat there in the US. So we can't complain about the heat of whatever the temperature was today, because I saw at some point that Maresca was even pouring water on his head to stay hydrated and to feel. But we already went through all of these, so these guys need to bring that. We need to convert this possession into precision, because I think that is the name of the game. Because I am fed up of seeing my team with such talented technical players pass side to side, and then go back to the keeper. It's frustrating. I know Maresca wants to have control of the game, but I rather have, more clinical finishing, and be more exciting in terms of the play. Be compact with your defending, but be more exciting with the play than to just keep the ball and not do anything with it. So Palace, not to forget that they actually beat Liverpool and City before playing us. So these guys are not just any other team. They're not like, your any other mid-table team. They are going to be a problem this season. Defensively, they are super solid. They have like, except for this corners, I don't know what was happening. We always were able to get them in the first post. But except for that, these guys were like, in the set pieces, they were very, very, disciplined, whether they were attacking or defending. And I think that they have Champions League aspirations, and they will, like, even if not Champions League, they will come into the Europa. And before this season, I didn't even have them in my predictions. I think that they will be a problem. And if you want to win a season, if you want to win a league, you'll have to beat teams like this that seem hard to beat, and that your opponents or your direct competitors will struggle against. And I think that's where Chelsea missed the trick. But we will take that. We will take that on the chin. We will like get up, and yeah, we need to like definitely improve from this performance. Use this draw as a, you know as just like a kick up the backside to say, hey, this season has just started. It's started now. This is not a preseason. This is not a joke anymore. Okay, and we need to like really, whatever team we are facing next. This is what I liked about Maresca in the Club World Cup, because he actually set up differently for different teams, and he was unpredictable. But after the first half, I thought we would make some changes. But even after Estevão came on, I think at the 53rd minute, it really took us up until the 85th minute to start to be exciting again, which for me is a concern. So I think we have to look at who are these players, what they want to do with them, because they're all technically gifted. So yeah, I think that this is what I feel. Let me know what you guys feel. This is the first time I've been doing this. I don't know if I showed you enough of the. I'm trying to like get a hang of the screen of the tools, but yeah, like I still don't even know what I'm gonna like call this channel. That's how raw this is. I'll keep changing the name until I'm happy with something. But I'm gonna try to be here regularly after the game, before the game, and yeah. Thank you so much for joining. Have a nice day, and I'll see you in the next game.